Being realistic is not about putting aside big dreams. You can still have your big dreams. That could be your ultimate goal. But a goal that you can actually work towards, one that you can achieve, especially for 2023, needs to be realistic. If you haven't even started your business yet, or you don't even know what sort of business you want to start, but your goal is to have a successful multi-million-dollar company. Hi guys, this is Stella Bella. Hi guys, welcome back to the Hubient Talent channel. This is Stella Bella. Today I'm going to go on to part 2 of my 3-part series on how to kickstart your 2023 so that you set yourselves up for success. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting. How to set your goals the right way so that they're achievable, consistent, and it lasts for the long term. So we're not talking about New Year's resolutions. As most of you probably know, I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions because I think they're very short-lived as the New Year part of the year. But we're going to talk about real goal setting and how to make it last so that you can actually achieve the success that you set out for. Okay, number 1, be realistic with your goals. Now, we all exist in different environments. We all have different responsibilities, different commitments that we have already that may affect our ability to achieve certain goals. Being realistic is not about putting aside big dreams. You can still have your big dreams. That could be your ultimate goal. But a goal that you can actually work towards, one that you can achieve, especially for 2023, needs to be realistic. If you haven't even started your business yet, or you don't even know what sort of business you want to start, but your goal is to have a successful multi-million-dollar company, then maybe that goal may not be achievable for 2023. It could be your ultimate goal, but realistically, what should be your goal before that? What should be your goal that you're aiming for the new year? Think about that because it does need to be something achievable. And if your ultimate goal requires a lot of money that you don't have just yet, then realistically, your goal might be to earn more money, to find a better job, to somehow save up more. Those are the realistic goals that you should be setting instead of the big goal. And this leads me to number 2, and that is breaking down your goal into smaller increments, smaller milestones that you can achieve before you reach the big goal. This is particularly important because a lot of us can get disheartened if we aim for the big goal, and after a few months of trying desperately, we feel like we haven't achieved anything and we're so far away from the big goal, when really that's not true. We may still have a lot of distance between us and reaching the ultimate goal, but all of the efforts that we've done aren't wasted. And in fact, it's brought us closer and closer each time to the goal. But if we don't measure it, if we don't lay it out and see clearly what those smaller steps are, 1, we don't learn to appreciate it. We end up wiping away all of the work that we've done like it's nothing, which is not true. 2, we end up giving up, sometimes right before the finish line, because we don't actually see the process, we don't see the journey that we've gone and how close we've actually gotten to the goal. In fact, we don't even know what the process is. Right? If you only have the big goal in mind and not actually note down all of the little milestones and steps that gets you there, how do we know how far we are, right? We need to be able to measure the distance between us and the goal. And that's what those little increments will help us to do. So don't write off the achievements, don't write off the hard work that you do. Learn to appreciate it and be grateful for it. Reward yourself so you feel that sense of achievement constantly, and that will push you to work even harder to reach that ultimate goal because you'll be able to see the little successes that you've already made along the way. Number 3. Now, number 3 is more a concept or principle that's often used in business, and that is setting your goals so that they're smart. And I'm not just talking about the intelligence of your goal, but also the acronym SMART, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relative, and time-bound. Your goal needs to be specific. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? Instead of saying, I want to have a healthier diet, how healthy? Maybe instead of saying, I want a healthier diet, actually say, I want to have 5 serves of veggies and 2 serves of fruit every single day. That is specific, right? Measurable. Measurable is How measurable is your goal? Because if it's not measurable, like I said before, if we aren't able to see the little increments, the little steps that go towards that goal, we don't know how far along we are. We don't know if we've made progress, or if we're slipping behind, or if we're stagnating. It's important the goal is measurable, so you know what you're achieving or how much of the goal you've achieved. Achievable, like what I said in number 1, realistic. Realistic, achievable goals in your realm, in your environment, within your means. Is this goal actually achievable, or are you going to be clutching at straws for years and years and not actually achieving it? They're things that you should be doing first in order to make that goal achievable. Relative. Does it relate to your ultimate goal? Now, in terms of business, this is more about whether or not you're doing things that's in line with what your company ethos is. In terms of personal development, you yourself personally, what do you want to achieve in life? The current goal that you're setting for yourself, is that going to help that ultimate goal that you want to achieve in life? For example, if your goal right now is to get a $40,000 Mercedes, I don't know how much Mercedes cost these days, but let's say that's your goal, to get a really expensive luxury car. But if your ultimate goal is to become a really successful business person, or if your ultimate goal is to travel the world, is your current goal of getting a $40,000 Mercedes really in line with that ultimate goal? I mean, you certainly can if that's what you want to do, sure. But if your ultimate goal, if the goal that you're truly setting for yourself is to travel the world or become a business person that's really successful, making lots of money, it costs money to start a business, right? And chances are, in order to get yourself a $40,000 Mercedes, you'll be working really hard, saving up, maybe changing jobs, that sort of thing. And you're not really using the money that you have to focus on your business or starting up your business. You're not using the time, the energy to focus on that ultimate goal, right? You're focusing it on getting a $40,000 luxury car. If you want to save up to travel the world, then you really have no need for a $40,000 luxury car because you can't take that with you. And the money that you're going to spend on it is not going to go towards that ultimate goal, which you could have easily achieved had you not gotten the car. So, how relative, how useful, and how intelligent is that goal in line with what you actually want to achieve, with your life's goal, with your ultimate dream? And lastly, time-bound. Time-bound meaning you need to set a deadline on your goals. You can't have a goal that has no deadline, because chances are you'll sit on it like you've sat on every other goal that you've wanted to achieve in the past, and you haven't. The reason why you don't achieve goals is because we can always do it later. It's always a nice thought in the back of the head. But if you set a goal with a due date, then that will create urgency, especially when it gets closer to that date and you haven't done any of the things that you promised, any of the actions that you said you were going to do. That will drive you to do more to achieve your goals. And it becomes more of a reality for you because it's something that you need to achieve at a certain time. So make sure your goals are smart. Number 4, last but not least, don't compare your progress to others. And make sure the goal that you're setting is truly for yourself and not because somebody else wants you to, or somebody else is doing it too. A lot of the times when people set goals, or they tell themselves, this is what I want, this is what I want to do with my life, this is what I want to buy for myself, this is what I want to achieve, it's because they're influenced by somebody else. That's fine. Some influences are good. Some influences are great. Some people have achieved the most amazing things in the world because they were influenced by somebody else who have done something similar and they're inspired by them. But it is very easy to fall into the trap of wanting to impress others, wanting to please the people that are around you. And ultimately, even if you achieve that goal, it's not really your goal, it's their goal. You won't feel the satisfaction that you should feel if you achieve your own goals. And all the time that you've spent achieving this goal will feel like a waste of time because you could have spent it on achieving your own goals. So very important that you have a serious think before you set goals and decide whether or not this goal is truly for yourself. And if it is, don't compare yourself to somebody else who's trying to achieve the same goals. Everyone lives in different environments, have different means, have different thoughts, feelings, backgrounds, upbringing. If someone is achieving more than you are, it could be because they've got a better support system than you. Maybe financially they're more well off. They've got more of a backing than you do. Don't get disheartened just because somebody else is achieving your goals faster than you are. You do need to be realistic and consider the possibility that maybe some people are just working harder than you. Ultimately, all you need to do is focus on what you're doing, try your best, and the results that you achieve from that will speak for itself. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up part 2 of the 3-part series on how to kickstart your 2023 in order to achieve success. I hope today's video has helped you, and follow me on social media as well. I'm on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook under stellabella.au. I will be back next week with part 3 of my 3-part series. I look forward to speaking with you then. Until then, have a wonderful week and I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Hello gamers, Hubient is proudly sponsored by Deskin, a remote access app that enables a smooth, steady and secure remote connection across computers, phones and other devices. Immersive Auto 3D Game View. Automatically switch to 3D Game View during remote access in all FPP or TPP games. Interactive full HD experience. Image quality up to 4K or 2K. Fully enjoy AAA games from remote places, no lag, no latency. Customize your game keyboard. Customize your keyboard with special buttons, combinations for specific games. Instant button response for smooth, seamless control. Going over to a friend's place but don't want to carry your PC with you? Download Deskin and play your PC game anywhere, anytime with your laptop, mobile or tablet. Start enjoying games from anywhere, anytime now. Click the link in the description and use code HUBDESK10 for 10% off now.